Hello, hello, one and all. Brandon Carey is with you once more, and today, after being so rudely interrupted by my computer last time, we will wrap up Phoenix Wright, Justice for All. When we last left off, we discovered that our client was the actual person who hired the assassin to kill Juan Corrida. And now we are trying to deflect from his guilt to buy Detective Gumshoe and Francesca Von Karma time to figure out where Maya is and save her, and thus prevent a great tragedy of justice. But for now, our client doesn't need us to defend him, so we are going to do so. Mr. Will Powers made a point just before stream cut off by my computer that he saw a bear get handed off by the assassin to someone he couldn't quite tell. And we're going to try to have him elaborate on this. Only saw the person's arm. Why did you yell? You remember... You remember who took the bear? Why are you telling us just now? Why didn't you tell us before? Yeah, that's pretty clear. That'd be pretty clear. I mean, he testified, so it must be true. It probably is true. It probably is true, actually. However, we don't know that it is Matt on guard, do we? It could easily be Adrian Andrews in the Nickel Samurai outfit. You've got to find another. There is another way you could arrange this. We do have another suspect. Trying to... That's starting to distract me, actually. It's about time we're moved from this cult, Mr. Wright. Except... We can pin the blame on someone else. What are you trying to pull? Go ahead. Strongar's mansion. That is a good question. That's a good point you just raised, Mr. Phoenix Wright. That's very true. Very true. You're a smart boy, Mr. Wright. You're so smart. Such a smart boy. It's true. It's true. Yeah, I'm sure. It's true. You haven't gotten the best of me yet, Mr. Wright. I remember it clear as day. I remember what you muttered to yourself at Ungard's mansion. I can't believe it. The butler. All this time, he was the killer. The killer and Ungard were working together, so to speak. And the killer was hiding at Ungard Mansion as its butler. The bear figurine was brought back to the Ungard Mansion by the killer himself. When it looked like he was about to be arrested, Ungard had him do so. I assume because it would have been bad had the police found it during their investigation. Should've shut the fuck up, Phoenix Wright. Well, Mr. Wright, you've been quiet for a while now. No angle of attack, Phoenix, unfortunately. Our time is up. Everything's become very clear. You're a fucking loser. You're a fucking loser idiot, baby. We all know this, Mr. Wright. We've known this for years now. Thank you, Your Honor, for your understanding. You see, Mr. Wright? You could not win against the truth, could you? Any last objections, Mr. Wright? Always raise an objection! There is only one way to do it. Always raise an objection. Lying! Right now, we have these two reasons to believe my client is the assassin's client. Wait. If our client is the assassin's client, does that mean we're the assassin? I'm thinking. That figures down in the Ungard Mansion. However, it's possible this is all the work of a certain other person. Are we gonna try to Adrian Andrews again? What I'm saying is, it's possible a different person is the killer's real client. Oh, we are definitely putting on Adrian Andrews again, aren't we? Tisk, tisk. Is this all you have? Let's hear your theory. Who do you say is the killer's real client and therefore the real murderer? It would obviously have to be Adrian Andrews. Because she's the only other person who wore that costume. She's the only other person who could have been the one that had the doll in her hand. So we're going to use her to buy time. Then the Nickel Samurai's arm that I saw, that could have very... Notice he doesn't say it was Adrian Andrews, just that it could have been Adrian Andrews. He's not lying, technically. Truth by omission, or deception by omission. What about him, Your Honor? It wasn't him. It wasn't him. Even though he definitely did it, it wasn't him. That's right. He was taking a nap the entire time. A well-laid trap set by Miss Adrian Andrews. What is your opinion on this? I can't even begin to count the flaws in the defense's logic. Besides which, there is no evidence to support it. However, I can't fully discount its possibility either. What a scummy ass, scummy lawyer thing to do for scum. For scumbags. This is the one fight I can't give up on, even if the whole world in the palm of my hand. I've got the whole world on my back. I've got the whole world stabbing me in the back. That's what the song goes, right? All disruptive parties will be forced to leave the courtroom. Your Honor. For the benefit of the defense, I'm willing to play along with his what-if game. The prosecution's prepared to challenge the defense's theory. Mr. Wright, even you must have thought it strange and wondered. Why would the criminal want this little wooden bear? I did wonder that, actually. Why do you ask? Is something special about it? Absolutely. And I'm sure that once the court knows its significance, the true killer's identity will become crystal clear. Your Honor, the prosecution calls upon the witness who will clear all doubts against Miss Andrews. It's quite simple, Your Honor. Miss Adrian Andrews herself. At least, Onyx, it's an entire game that's that long. Not just one fucking case. Rise from the Ashes might as well be the prequel sequel to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. For the length it is. This is a whole game. So I'm a little less likely to bust its balls over it being a little long. Though it is starting to wear my stamina, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, no save point. Okay. Okay. Ha 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 ha. Oh, I knew it was a good idea to hold her hostage. Don't you agree, Mr. Lawyer? But I never thought in your desperation you'd try to pin the guilt onto Aunt Adrian. His personality is prick. I don't know. I don't know where Mia is. Someone called her away. Probably Maya. Probably Maya. It's from Gumshoe. A-cab. Yeah, we're hanging in there, Gumshoe. We've been hanging in here, you fucking cop. That's good, pal. We're still kind of fucking useless, pal. Yeah, well, it's a good thing that Maya just called Mia over there. I could see a circus tent. Is he by fucking Turnabout Big Top? Is he by Turnabout Big Top? She's locked in a dusty little room right next... Mo could be the killer. Although Mo's French accent is not as good as the killer's. So maybe not. Yeah, it's Turnabout... It's near Turnabout Big Top. Draw a circle on the map. That's a lot of that's still a lot of ground to cover. A mailbox under the window just outside. I'm sorry, that's all I've got. Oh, good, he can actually hear. Perfect. Excellent. Don't let your battery die, pal. But we're using, like, mid-2000s cell phones, so battery is not an issue. She's in a pretty bad state, Phoenix. She's being starved. Our time is up. It's time... It's time to pin everything on an innocent woman. It's time to slander the fuck out of Adrian Andrews. Court will now reconvene with no save point. The killer, the man who murdered the victim, handed this to the client. From this, one obvious question arises. Why this particular item? I believe the answer to that question will provide us with the name of the real culprit. I can't manually save. Usually they give you a break point. And they didn't, which I find interesting. Probably because it's still the same segment. Like, I just save if I wanted to. I'm just like pointing out they usually give you the break save point time. Now then, the prosecution calls the defendant's manager, Adrian Andrews, to the stand. We made her cry. Currently, the witness is accused of tampering and obstruction of justice. However, you have been called to witness stand today to ascertain who exactly is guilty of murder. Very good. Now, have you ever seen this bear before, Miss Andrews? Of course I have. That's right. It's only natural the witness has. Miss Andrews, could you please enlighten the court to this bear's secrets? Alright. She has absolute confidence in herself today. Actually, this is an elaborate puzzle. If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time. At its center is a small cavity with just enough room to store a small item. Because of its complexity, you don't know the order, you can't open the bear. You really can't tell that it's just a small jewelry box just by looking at it. Well, that's interesting. Looks can be saving, wouldn't you agree? Yeah. That is a cool idea, little bear being a secret compartment. They're probably not going to be able to catch her in a lie, but we probably press her for more information. But it looks like an ordinary figurine. True enough. So what kind of puzzle is this exactly? You know the correct order, you can dig it apart. Yeah. Elaborate. Can you do it, Miss Adrian Andrews? Well, you first turn its tail to the right and then push it in. After that, the arms and legs are free to move and can be removed. The boy, his new toy. What are you doing, Judge? Oh, don't mind me. Go ahead and carry on. So what do you find after you take the puzzle apart? How do you know about this? I know because I was the one who bought it. Okay. Good to know, Miss Andrews. It was a souvenir from when a friend of mine and I went to Switzerland. That's right. It was a puzzle in the shape of a bear, so I thought it would be perfect for Juan. For Juan! Not Matt. Witness, let's continue with your testimony. Who exactly knew how to open this puzzle? Only the two of us, Juan and myself. It was a souvenir from Switzerland, so I doubt there are that many people with this same bear in this country. Well, it's a toy, but it can never be the same again once it's been broken. I never told anyone. And as long as Juan never told anyone either, then only the two of us knew. And of course that means Sharangar didn't know, right? Alright, so we got no lies, but we did get some information out of that. Oh, I'm sure Edgeworth planned for this. Well, Mr. Wright, I think even you have come to realize that there is one very important fact we have uncovered, and that is this. This bear is actually a jewelry box. Now that we have agreed to this point, there's only one logical question that can come next, and that is, what is inside this box? That's right. That's what we are going to find out next. Witness. You are the only one who can open this. Please. All eyes are on Miss Andrews now as she solves the puzzle and takes the bear apart. Oh boy. I've opened it. Is this what you wanted? It looks like a note. It's the note that Juan Corrida had regarding Matt on guard. I don't think we need to guess at what that is, do we, Mr. Wright? It's the suicide note. The suicide note left by Juan Corrita's former manager, Celeste Impax. Until now, no one knew of its whereabouts. But just as we suspected, it was hidden. Hidden by the victim, Juan Corrita himself. It seems Celeste Impax had a very beautiful handwriting. And she just as beautifully signed her own name on this document. This is most definitely the note she left right before she committed suicide. We're getting somewhere. We're learning. We're learning. You know about this witness? Yes, I did. I heard it all about it from Juan. When I discovered his body, I looked for the bear. I wanted to destroy the note before it became public. But I couldn't find it anywhere. Because it had already been taken by the killer. Edgeworth has an impressive command of this room. I must give him that credit. What is written on the note? That's right, at last. Now then, I believe it's only appropriate the contents of this note be made known. I can't stop you, can I? So much just to get my hands on it. And I was going to burn it, for her sake. I'm deeply sorry, but I can't allow you to persuade me to stop. Your Honor, you could please read the contents of this note aloud. Very well. Internet Celeste Impacts left to us a record of all that happened to her. About being used and then thrown away by On Guard. About being engaged to Kurita and then Guard's role in destroying that. And about how she decided in her despair to end it all. The people in this case are fucking assholes, I swear to God. Asshole victim, asshole killer. There is one thing I would like to say here. The prosecution has no interest in slandering Mr. On Guard. Our intention, Your Honor, is to establish a motive for murder. Isn't that correct, witness? On the night of the murder, Juan was going to make the contents of this note public. After the post-ceremony show, he was going to hold a press conference. My word. Matt On Guard values above all else his refreshing like a spring breeze image, whatever the fuck that means. Which is why he had to stop this note from being made public. At any cost. And now it's evidence in trial, so good luck with that, Matt. Good luck with that, Matt. He went to kill someone to stop him from revealing that. What a selfish piece of shit. What a perfectly unreasonable piece of cock motherfucking ass liquor. There is no room for doubt here. Mr. Killer's client's goal was to obtain this suicide note. And the only person who needed the note that badly is the defendant. Let's not forget that the bear with the note inside was found at the defendant's house. Though why didn't he destroy the note? Why did he keep it? Why did he destroy the bear and the note with it? It's a wooden bear. He could just burn it, burn them both. The defendant's motives were entirely selfish. He deserves no sympathy from anyone. That's true. We gotta stall for time. He's being an actual lawyer now instead of a fake one. Maybe somehow I can find a way out of this situation through one of those. The note or the figurine. Which one of these should I pursue? I feel like the figurine is the flimsiest piece of evidence. Please wait. I'm a fuck up. Look at that lawyer. Look at that fucking slimeball piece of shit. the request of his client, of course. What's your point, Mr. Wright? I think there's a contradiction here. Because how would Matt on guard know about the doll if Miss Andrews and Mr. Kurita were the only ones that knew about it? So the Matt on guard thought the note was inside the spare. Or 0 to none. Oh! I didn't think of it that way. But I didn't think of it that way. I thought it was rather strange. Girl, there's no reason why Matt on guard would ever want a jewelry box like this. That's thinking with your brain power. You make a valid point, Mr. Wright. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion? I think he believes different. I think Edgeworth thinks you're a fucking idiot baby child. I believe a show of appreciation is in order. The defense seems to be in love with wishing more despair upon itself. I would like to direct the court's attention to this. It's a very small video camera, Your Honor. This type of camera is commonly used as a means of spying. Spying. Matt on guard and the victim both thought of the others as their biggest rival. They even went so far as to use this type of item to find each other's weaknesses. The victim, Juan Corrida, was being spied on. His personal life was being watched by none other than Matt on guard. You don't tell me you knew about your client's spying activities. Kinda? Sort of is not an acceptable answer, Mr. Wright. I see you are confused, Mr. Wright. You're probably thinking, but I have the camera that was in the stuffed bear's eye. But this camera that I have is not the same one. Last night, I searched the victim's house on a hunch. Using this. By the way, Mr. Wright, the defendant's fingerprints were found on this camera. Well, Phoenix, you look like you're fucked. I think this is the end. It's fairly obvious that Matt on guard learned of the suicide note through this. He was watching the victim all along. That was pretty strong. Edgeworth is pretty good at this thing when he's on the right side of it. Is that man the bad killer guy? Phoenix? Have you figured out what you're going to do next yet? You know, it seems like Mr. Edwards is very close to putting a lid on this case. But, in his eagerness to prove his point, he forgot one very important thing. There's a piece of evidence that he really should investigate. Gets scolded for not remembering to look at the item when he had the chance. Because of gameplay. Because of gameplay, Phoenix. It would not be fun. She just gave us the answer.